We didn't have a very long track. Tony's standing where I hit her. Made her way down the field. There she is. Sorry for the lack of video. You're good. Stands there in silence for a while. Wait, now he's not gonna say it. And then I didn't see it. And I'm like, if I miss that son of a bitch, his gun's going in the fucking woodshed. Sweet. What's going on, Nathan?
Oh,
Let's shoot tonight.
shot a spike horn.
Well, I just shot a doe, good sized doe. Last few minutes of shooting time, she came out with another smaller doe, and that one on the side of the pond with it. It was probably only a 60-yard shot. Had a good rest. I was sitting in the box blind. Right as I pulled the trigger, oh, you had a heavy downpour. Opened up right as the gun went off. She ran off into that tall grass behind me. I'm gonna go get a light, start looking for blood. She should be down though. Stay tuned. I started looking, couldn't find any blood. Went and got a light, still couldn't find any blood. I had a serious downpour right after I shot her. She ran into these alders. I don't know if you can see, but it is, yeah, let's see, way too thick in here. So I've been beating around in these alders for, I don't know, half hour, 45 minutes. Couldn't find anything. I mean, there's nothing for sign. Finally, I just said, I'm going to take one of these game trails and see if I can just find her on it. I don't think I went 40 yards maybe. And let's see if I can turn this camera around. And I got her. She's tangled up in this mess. Doesn't look it on the camera, but she is a big old doe. She's probably about 150 pounds. So I'll get her out of here and get you updated.
The weather was perfect. The wind was to my face. I saw 4 legal bucks. One we were after was a big, tall 6-pointer. And I saw him about 20 after 5. And something spooked him a little bit. And I looked up, I heard a stick crack to my left, and here comes an 8-point. So I waited and waited, all the other deer scattered. Finally waited for a good shot, took it, and he made it about 20 feet. Jumped, made a couple bounds, and he's down. We're gonna go check him out here in a minute. Got my old school harness. I just took it off. So I shot what I think is an 8-pointer. Just get out of my tree here. It's about 40 yards up the hill right there. I'm going to I could see him. He didn't make it far, so there he is. Well, not a bad buck. He is 1, 2, 3, 4, 8-point. Nice. I caught him rubbing a tree when I first saw him. It's like he busted a little bit of his brow off here. Nice deer.
Once you shot, I knew that was him. He's right here.
We just put one down. Nathan got a picture of him 8:30. It's now 8:50. We're gonna go check him out.
Look at him. I was like, oh man, Corey. Corey was sitting right there. You would have been in the block. He's down.
See him?
No. Corey, what do you think of that Clinton County giant?
Tying up another one. That's number 4 for this year.
November 6th, third day of the non-resident Maine buck season. We got a tip from a Canadian guy this morning. He had seen a pretty nice buck, had gotten some pictures of it. Kind of right close to the highway. We had been hunting in deep, looking all over, and this one was hanging out on the truck route. We came in, put together a quick plan this morning. How are we going to hunt this? We didn't expect to get hit with as much snow as we did, but it came in pretty good, and I had to get out of the woods. I couldn't see anything. I stepped out into a swale grass. I was walking down the swale grass, and buck jumped out about 30 yards in front of me, turned and went directly away. Got a couple shots off, got one in him. Then the track was on. Followed him for quite a ways, jumped him 2 more times, sent some more lead. He crossed the river. We went back, regrouped. I had to get more ammunition. Came back out here, started working our way down the river, and I jumped him out of his bed one last time. Got another shot in him, and he's down. There he is, 8-pointer.
Well, we're in the hut that Corey made this summer, watching over, I don't know if you can see it, but it's a food plot that him and Tony did. We're all part of, but they did most of it. Corey's tractor is awesome. I sat here, I guess Wednesday night, 2 nights ago. Didn't say anything, but right after I left, they came out. And last night, I looked on the camera, and they were out before dark. So, see if we can't see anything.
Three-pointer. Right there. New 3-pointer. First morning of Vermont rifle season, and it's freezing out. It's about 8 degrees. I've seen 8 deer already. They're really moving today, and really quiet in here. But I just had I heard a stick snap, so I gave a grunt and a snort wheeze, and this buck ran right up to me. I shot him at about 15 yards. I don't know if you can see or not, but there's a tree like this falling over. He was right underneath it. Ran down over this hill, and I think he dropped down there We're gonna go see what we can find here. That's where that buck was standing. You can see where he turned around and ran. I can actually see him. He's right there. Made it about 30 yards. I got about a mile drag back to the truck. Awesome. I just walked up on this buck, and now I know what he was doing over here. He got rubs everywhere that I didn't know about. One over there on that tree, right here. It's a nice 8. Beauty. Yes. Here comes the great pumpkin. Going to get some work done. Long way back to the truck, 1.1 miles, so I'm all tagged out in Vermont. We'll see ya.
It won't charge. Do you really care about shooting one? Because I don't. If he gets close, I'll scare him off. Yeah, will do. That's a big bear. That's fucking sick, man. No. I think it's still bear season though, until like Wednesday or Thursday. Honestly, I've never had the want to shoot one. The meat's okay, but they're just too cool.
There's over there. If you come down here, you slide this way.
Well, Mike, the plan worked this morning.
Did what a day, right? We saw a bear.
Bear right off, what did it come, 20 yards from us?
Easy. It was great.
We continued hunting after that. We got some good video of the bear.
Yeah.
And we decided to split off there. And it came together.
Yeah, and it worked out well. I saw 3 deer a few minutes ago, and then I heard Capalzo, and there he is, the 6 we've had on camera all year.
I had just gotten on the radio with Mike and said I jumped what I think was a buck. I could see the tarsal gland piss in the bed. Tracked it, I don't know, 200 yards. Caught him bedded up. It was just verifying that he was a legal buck, and a doe got him up, and they went down into some brush, and I managed to get around and get a shot in him. 6-pointer.
Yep, good job. Well done. That must be Allie. Slow.
Here comes the brigade.
Wow, that's a good one.
Well, it's that 6 I got on camera.
Yeah, that's the one from the bow season.
Yep. Oh, you wouldn't believe the morning we've had up here.
Yeah, I got to show you a video.
Wait till you see the bear that walked up to me and Brandon that we sat there and talked to forever.
He said he was going to shoot this one. Sweet.
So yeah, I convinced Brandon yesterday to go with me. You know, it didn't take a lot. I said Brandon will get in some deer, brought him to the high side, and when we got to the high side there, ground was all tore up, it was pretty windy, so we made a decision that we wanted to move down, sit and move and move. We moved a little bit, probably 20 minutes, and all of a sudden I had to tell him, so, whoa, don't move, Brandon. And there's something black moving through the snow. Happened to be a nice bear coming through. Brendan says, I don't want to shoot it. You? And I said, nah, I don't want to shoot that thing. So we watched it. Probably got 15 yards from us. Then we went low and we didn't like it, so we said we'd come back up. And I took one ridge and he took the low side, came around. And I was probably half hour, I had a deer behind me. Then I noticed there was like 2 more sitting there, and then all of a sudden Brandon got me on the radio, said he just jumped what he thought was a small buck. Well, lo and behold, to our surprise, it's the 6 that we've had on camera since bow season. And I've had this on my camera numerous times, and Brandon caught him bedded down, and then he bedded down again, and a doe got him off the bed, and my man took and open sighted him and dropped him right in his spot, and it's one hell of a goddamn deer. It's a beauty. We've had him on camera, and he did a hell of a job for open sights, for especially down here. Now, the fun part is get him out of here. But our buddy Corey, I brought the trusty sled, and now we're going to sled him out.
Steep hill all the way down.
And on a follow note, I'm just real glad that Brandon came with me, and I'm glad that one of us put a deer down. Actually, we said, I told Brandon, I said, this is going to be our good deed. Someone's going to shoot one for letting that bear live. And we did. My man did a good shot on him. Good job, bud.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a good buck.
Yep.
And he fills the sled.
And that's a good fucking, he's got a nice rack on him. He's a cutie. He's a cutie.
Mike, I got that on video.
Did you? That's the best.